Hello everyone. Today's session is about how to create a chatbot in Python using EduBlocks. The reason for choosing Python language for creating chatbot is very important. So here are certain reasons why do we choose Python for creating our chatbot. Python is a high-level programming language which is very simple and readable. It is accessible by the beginners and also was for the versatile experienced developers. Python often chosen for building chatbots because it is very simple to understand and readable. Python is a high level, straightforward, easy to understand language, which means even someone who is very new to programming can easily understand. It is so simple that building a chatbot becomes so easier and understandable. Python has vast, or we can say enormous libraries and frameworks, which are specially designed for NLP, that is natural language processing, as well as machine learning, which are very useful or essential for creating a chatbot. Libraries like nltk, that is Natural Language Toolkit, and Spacey, these libraries are very much used in processing as well as understanding the human language. Okay, so in this chatbot, this is nothing but it's a simple computer where human interaction takes place. Okay, so for processing that human language so that our computer understand. So in that processing, these particular libraries known as NLTK and Spacey are used. Python is also flexible. That is, it allows flexible in the sense it is so versatile that any developers can choose different approaches to build these chatbots, whether the approach may be rule based or whether the approach may be AI based, or maybe the combination of both. Python provides the tools and frameworks which are very much necessary in building those chatbots. Python easily integrates as well as also adds up technologies and platforms commonly which are used in chatbot development, such as frameworks like Django and Flask, which are very necessary to build the chatbot interfaces. And also third-party APIs. APIs are nothing but application programming interfaces, which is one of the additional functionality required in building our chatbot. Python is easily scalable. That is, it's very much suitable in developing these chatbots because whether the chatbot may be simple, rule-based, or complex AI-based, or virtual assistants, understanding and responding to those natural scripts is very easy by using Python. Python is an open source, that is, it's free to use. Okay, it's an open platform. Anyone can use it. And Python also reduces the obstacle. Obstacles are nothing but difficulties which are involved in developing these chatbots. These barriers or these obstacles can be overcome by using Python. So this is also one of the reason where we choose or why we choose Python to create our chatbots. Apart from that, one of the major reason for choosing Python is that because of its cross-platform compatibility. That is, it can be the meaning of the word cross platform indicates that it can run on multiple platforms, whether it may be a Windows, whether it may be Mac OS, that is Mac operating system, or whether it may be a Linux. okay, or whether it may be any idle choice of the user, developing chatbots on these platforms, okay, multiple platforms, developing chatbot becomes very, very easier and simpler. Apart from that, Python is also widely used in most of the adopted across industries, including tech giants or multinational companies like Google, Facebook, and Amazon. Okay, then there are many chatbot frameworks and which uses, okay, there are certain frameworks which uses Python as a platform. Further, it also use chatbot development. Then Python's continuously grow years by year. Okay, it's continuously growing year by year. So that what happens is building future proof or future choice of building chatbots becomes very easier as Python grows year by year. There is new developments, new changes, new beginnings added to this Python, which becomes very much perfect choice or future choice of building these chatbots. So in overall review, why do we use Python? Because it's robust, because of its simplicity, because of its libraries, because of its flexibility, because of its cross-platform compatibility. It is adopted in every IT industry, even high multi-level or multinational companies use Python as a language to create their chatbots. And whether it may be a beginner or whether it may be a highly well-developed or experienced developer, each and every person use Python as a tool as well as a resource to develop our chatbots. So these are several reasons where we can use Python as a language to develop our AI-based or rule-based chatbots. So now let us study what is a chatbot. So now let us start exploring what are chatbots, what are its types, what are its features, and what are its application. Introduction to chatbots. Okay, so what are chatbot? Chatbot is like a computer program, or if you can say it's a program which is being used in Python that can have conversation with people like how we are talking to you right now. Okay, so what we are having conversation. So this conversation, same way, is used in chatbot. It uses AI, that is nothing but artificial intelligence, to understand what you are saying and responding to the changes or make changes in the response, whatever is being given by the human. Some chatbots can help with tasks, like what the task can be. Now, for example, when chatbot, nothing but it's a conversation between human and the machine. Okay, it may be like question and answers, or it can maybe some query, it can be some information providing, or it can be a chat for just for fun. Okay, they are like virtual assistants that you can talk to through text or a voice. Okay, so you can talk to those chatbots in the form of voice or a text message. Okay, so this is about chatbots. Now, for example, in a real life, we use chatbots like Siri, Alexa, Google. So these are nothing but virtual assistants or chatbot, wherein we can set our reminders for a day. We can quickly set up a list for our grocery. We can set birthday dates. We can also ask Alexa or Siri, whatever, to Siri or Alexa to play some music for us. So all this is nothing but a type of conversation where we are convocating or we are talking to the machine. So this machine where this conversation which takes place or this processing of question and answers can be done in chat by creating a chatbot. They are type of chatbots coming into picture. The first one is rule-based chatbots. There are many chatbots, they are categorized. The first one is rule-based chatbots. These chatbots follow a predefined set of rules. Okay, so there are rules wherein based on those rules and regulations or responses, those chatbot run. Then we have AI-based chatbots. Now, so now let us go back to rule-based chatbots. Under rule-based chatbot, we have certain examples coming into picture. What are the examples for rule-based chatbot are customer support bot. That is nothing but supporting the customer. For example, what can it be? A rule-based chatbot, okay, which is deployed. The meaning of the word here deployed is nothing but which is processed for a company website. Okay, a company hosts a website, okay, a website which a company has. To assist that website, we create a chatbot called as customer support chatbot. Okay, so what this particular chatbot do, it assists in the sense it helps the customers frequently. It keeps on asking questions such as, now for example, if we talk about our e-commerce website, that is Amazon, Flipkart, Myntra, so many e-commerce websites are available. So in this particular website, we'll be having customer support chatbot. So these chatbots are running 24/7 on the website. Okay. So these chatbots help you to answer the questions what the customer asks them. It may be in terms of, it may recommend you certain products. Maybe, for example, if you are a teenager, if you are an adult, if you are an aged person. So depending upon, so before you log in to any e-commerce website, you have to register everything. So based on your choice, okay, it will recommend you what is suitable, what kind of style of your outfits are suitable, what kind of footwear are suitable. So these chatbot are nothing but customer support chatbot, which are built on the website. Okay, so these particular chatbot help for conversing. Okay, and also product information it gives. It also gives the shipping details of the product, what time the product will reach your house, how many days it will require to reach your house. All these product information also it gives. And also if any problem is there with the product, any return policy, or you want to track the order details, all these can be done in this chatbot. That is rule based. Under the category of rule based, this is one of the example. There are plenty example. Then we have the next coming. So example for rule-based chatbot is customer support bot. The next we have AI-based chatbot. These are nothing but these chatbots are okay built leverage. The meaning of the word leverage is built on artificial intelligence and NLP, that is natural language processing. To understand, okay, why do we use this AI and natural language processing? Because to respond to the human language, to process that language. When a human talks, the machine doesn't understand. So what happened? This AI or this NLP tries to grasp the language which a human has conversed with the computer. It tries to process it into machine language, makes the computer understand and then respond. So that process, to do that process of processing the human language into machine language, that processing was done by your AI or and NLP. So now, so there are certain examples for AI-based chatbots also. So the example for that is, first one is virtual assistant. Okay, so what is this virtual assistant? That is nothing but it's again a AI-based chatbot where it is integrated into a mobile messaging app. Okay, it can be integrated in the sense it can be added in the mobile, or else that is nothing but it is capable of understanding natural language inputs and performing tasks based on that. So you can, this AI-based chatbots can be added up in the mobile phone as an app. Okay. After adding that into the app, it will take the user inputs and based on the inputs, it will give you the output. That is, it start performing certain important tasks. Now, what can be those tasks? For example, it can be doctor appointments. It can be setting up reminders. Now, for if there are old age people at home, so reminders can be set for their medicines, for their injections. Reminders can be set up for their walking purpose, anything. And then also it can recommend on preferences and past interactions also. Okay, you can have whatever preference you want, or also based on the past interaction, it may give you a reminder about that. Okay, in past few weeks you had discussed with me this, so what all things have you implemented that or no? So that conversation can take place between AI based chatbots. Then under AI-based chatbot, there is also one more example coming to picture is transactional chatbot. As the word say transaction, the word transaction means transfer from one place to another. Okay. So in the transactional chatbot, we come across hotel booking bot. Okay. So this is also hotel booking bot. The meaning here, hotel booking is nothing but it is used for booking a hotel room when you're traveling or you are okay or on a trip. You want to use any, okay, when you go on a trip, that is obvious that we book hotels. So for that reason, you can use this hotel booking bot. So this is nothing but a transactional bot which is embedded, that is which is added to hotels website, or messaging platform. So every hotel, now it may be a big 5-star hotel or whatever it is, so these 5-star hotel people or hotel people build up a chatbot, that is host, hotel booking bot, so that using dot bot the customers can book their hotel or ask some enquiry or some queries regarding that hotel, whether rooms are available on this date or no, so and so date. So that can be done by using hotel booking bot, okay, whether to check the availability of the rooms, reservations, etc. Then under this, we also have another chatbot category in AI based is conversational commercial chatbot. That is nothing but e-commerce. That is recently we discussed, right? E-commerce assistant. That is, it is again a conversational commerce chatbot. That is nothing but a chatbot which is built on e-commerce website so that it can chat with the customers and get the queries. What are the queries the customer have? Or it may give product recommendation, it may give the details about the product, etc. Okay, it also build AI algorithms to understand. Okay, so whatever may be the queries, so this AI based chatbot may build, okay, it may build certain AI based algorithm to understand that and guide the customer whenever necessary. Then also we have example for under AI based chatbots, we have another example for educational bot, that is, okay, as the word say education, in terms of education sector. So overall what I want to say is that chatbots are used in different domains, whether it may be a technology domain, whether it may be a IT domain, whether it may be a education domain, whether it may be a e-commerce domain, whether it can be a whatever traveling domain, any domain, these chatbots are used. So the next chatbot where it is used in is educational bot. Okay, so in that educational bot, it is used, it is that chatbot is designed especially, as the word say education, it terms in terms of schooling, colleges, degree, wherever it is, these chatbots are fit for the students. Okay, for academic, maybe for study material, for academics, okay, the course history they want, or they want any study material or learning support, all these can be given through educational bot. Then there are also certain social chatbot example also is available. Okay, for under AI based, we have also social chatbot. That is nothing but example, your social media you can talk about, right? For example, it can be brand engagement bot. So nothing but social chatbot, which is integrated with companies like, okay, social media websites like it may be Facebook, it may be Twitter, it may be, okay, Instagram, all these. Okay, so where these particular social media website can handle the customer feedback. Okay, it can be customer feedback, it can, okay, give some delivery timing responses, anything. Okay, any conversation can be done through this brand engagement bot. Then we come across another chatbot, that is nothing but uh, personal finance advisor. Okay, this is also one of the chatbot, personal finance advisor. That is nothing but it may be in terms of as the word is self finance, in the sense it is money related things, means it will be a banking. Okay, so bank app may also be used as a chatbot where it gives you a reminder about your account, your balance inquiry. It can be your FDs, anything. Okay, your any information regarding your finance which is being stored or which is being kept as a certain amount in your bank, those details also can be given by this personal finance advisor bot. Okay, so these were about all the types of chatbots which can be used. Then let's come about the features of chatbot. What are the features of these chatbots? Okay, the first feature is conversation. So chatbots are mainly necessary built or they are created for conversation. That is to have conversation text based. Okay, the conversation will not be a number based, it will be a simple text based conversation where the user can chat. Like, for example, how do we chat with a friend on WhatsApp, maybe Instagram, on Facebook? Okay, so as we chat with our friend, how are you? We're getting a reply from a friend. In the same way, this kind of conversation will take place with human and the chatbot. So this is the first feature, that is conversation. The next feature coming into picture is 24/7 availability. That is, chatbot is available around the clock. That is, complete 24 hours, it will be available. You can interact with chatbot whenever you want. Then the third one is personalization. As the word say personalization, okay, they give the reminder details, remember details to you. A personal detail reminder it will be giving you whenever required. Maybe you have set a schedule or a timing for it. Based on when the timing is set and when that time has happened, it gives you continuously starts giving you a reminder. Okay, so that was about the features of chatbot. The next coming into picture is chatbot application. Where is this chatbot used? Okay, so where it will be used. So the first thing, again, it is about e-commerce and retail. Okay, so these chatbots are used, as I've explained you previously, where all these chatbots are used. So e-commerce, in the sense, it may be e-commerce sector, it may be websites, right? Shopping website, food ordering website. Okay, so many things are there. Okay, so many ordering websites are available. So chatbot acts as an assistant there, helping assistant. Assistance is nothing but giving a help. Whenever a person is in need, these chatbot acts as an assistant, and they tries to assist the customers, whether it may be product recommendation, any queries, okay, about the product details, about the shipping, about any transactions is failed or your transaction is still pending, you need to pay the amount. All these reminders will be given by chatbot, and this is one of the major application that chatbot is used. Then they are also used to offer personalized shopping experience. That is, it will give you a better experience, personal. Okay, so that when you are shopping, you can directly text, have a converse with the chatbot, and it will give you proper good experience, whether this product is good or no, which is suitable for you or no. All this relevant suggestion. Okay, relevant is nothing but proper suggestions it will give the customers, and also the drive sales. Okay. So the next application for chatbot is customer service and support. Okay, the same thing. That is nothing but it acts like the customers. Okay, like deck support we can say. Okay, customer support 24/7. Okay, that is nothing but completely 24 hours. Our chatbot is consistently wait. Okay, constantly it is waiting for your question and it is ready to answer. Why? Because it is AI based. It is developed in such a way that it can work for 24 hours. We humans, we have a time limit we can work, and there is a time limit where we can sleep. Okay, so that is different. Whereas AI, where our chatbots are available 24 hours. Okay, so they assist if there is any problem, troubleshooting. That is nothing but if there is any problem, it tries to solve those problems, handle basic inquiries. Any inquiries are there, it tries to handle that. Okay, it also provides any processes. Overall, it tries to satisfy the customer. For example, if a customer has come with an inquiry that the product is damaged. Okay, so what happens? It will try to assist it, saying that you can please click a photo and send to the website. Okay, and once the photo is reviewed by the website people, then you will get back your product. Okay, there will be some return policy. In within these days only, you can have to return the product. So all this, what happens? This process of interaction is done by chatbot to the customers, so that it reaches out to the best. Okay, it reaches to the best of out for the customers. What is good for it? What is bad for it? And it gives the response. The next part comes the other application in terms of education. As I told you, okay, education-based chatbots also are available, and also for training purpose. So in education sector, chatbots are used for the students. Okay, it is helpful for the students in terms of learning resources. Okay, it may be certain course material. Okay, the students want to have the course material. Okay, they want to get information about the course material. So these chatbots are very much available. Okay, and also for homework assessments. Okay, like if there is is any homework to be given or any tests to be given, all these particular things will be done by chatbot. And also offering tutoring services. What is tutoring services? That like a teacher it acts. If you have any query, if you ask certain question for it. Now, for example, ChatGPT is also one of the AI based chatbot. Okay, so this particular chatbot can be used by students to ask any information. So ChatGPT is one of the major important frequently used chatbot, because this particular chatbot, any question, any program, any difficult problem you ask, it will give you the solution. So students, children of school, colleges can approach to ChatGPT chatbot, chat with it, get their queries clarified, and get the answer for it. So all this, okay, they can also help educators automate administrative tasks. Now, for example, teachers, okay, say if they want to get their okay, if they want to store anything, if they want to get any important question, important query which they have, they can discuss with the chatbot and get the answer, get a feedback, everything. So what could be the future of chatbots? Okay, and what is going to be the future development of chatbots, right? The first one could be improved natural language understanding. That is NL. Okay, so natural language understanding is going to be improved. Chatbot will become better at understanding human language. Okay, so it is going to be the best. Okay, now in the future use, what is going to happen? Chatbot will only going to be the way where humans are going to interact, get their query clarified, and use it. So what is going to happen? So this is nothing but understanding level of chatbots is going to be easier. Chatbot is going to develop himself to at a very high level where it can understand human language very easy, including slang. The meaning of the word slang is nothing but not formal language, okay, informal language, which is not understandable by any human. But ChatGPT will make an attempt to understanding that informal language. Regional dialects is nothing but, okay, regional languages. Every region have its own languages. So in our India, we have many states coming into picture. Each state has its own language, right? It may be, okay, or maybe if you talk about any religion, okay, every religion have its own language. So ChatGPT at the future will try to respond if the person has asked any question in, okay, different language, it may be Tamil, Telugu, anything, but ChatGPT will make an attempt to understand those languages and give back the query. So, okay, which is nothing but leading to more natural and engaging conversation. The next part coming to picture is advanced personalization. Chatbot will leverage, that is nothing but it will process data analytics and machine learning to offer highly personalized experience. So it is going to process, or it is going to deal only with data analytics and machine learning, so that personal experience become easier and preferences will become more accurate. The next we have integration with voice assistant. Integration is nothing but adding up. Chatbot will seamlessly add up the voice-based assistants, okay? Like Siri, Alexa, Google. So it's going to add up seamlessly. Seamlessly is means, okay, ridiculously or ruthlessly, it is going to add up with the voice-based assistants like Siri, Alexa, Google, so that which helps to enable the user to interact, okay, for hands-free conversation. Okay, so it's going to be a direct conversation. Okay, so it's continuously going to ruthlessly going to use these voice-based assistants. So in this session, we are going to discuss about EduBlocks. Introduction to EduBlocks. So what is this EduBlock? EduBlock is an educational programming tool designed to introduce students to the world of coding in a fun and engaging way. That is, it aims to provide, okay, it aims to design this programming tool so that children also enter the world of coding, and at a very young age, they start coding. As the word say blocks, edu blocks, I mean here it uses the interface of drag and drop. Okay, that is only you, that it may be child, or it may be a learner, it may be a well-developed programmer, this edu block has a feature of drag and drop. Okay, it also aims to lower the barrier to entry for beginners, particularly children and young learners, by providing a visual block-based interface that simplifies the process of learning to code. Here's a detailed description about EduBlock. Okay, so it gives the interface of block-based coding. It is very easy. The user only has to drag and drop. In the subsequent session, we will also develop a simple chatbot using the EduBlocks. About the EduBlocks was created with the goal of making programming accessible to everyone. That is, anyone can access, anyone can go through it, regardless of age or prior experience, whether he is an aged person, whether it is a small person, whether it may be a child, anyone prior to his experience also. These EduBlocks were created. The goal of creating EduBlocks that any person of any age can access these EduBlocks and start building the code. It is built upon the principles of block-based programming. Okay, so blocks will be available. Based on those blocks, programming can be done, which involves dragging and dropping blocks of code to create programs. Okay, so we have to only just drag and drop the blocks to create the code. Also, eliminate the need to memorize the syntax or worry about the syntax errors. Okay, so here the user who is going to use has to not worry about any syntactical error or any error that can, or a bug, whatever it is. He or she, the user, has to not worry, because EduBlocks use the principle of drag and drop. Blocks will be available. Based on that, based on the logic of the program, he or she can develop the program using block-based coding. Here, Python programming basics is one of the fundamental understanding of Python programming, is that it includes what all it includes. What are the fundamental things the Python includes? That it may includes variable, loops, and functions. So now let's talk about what is a variable. So in programming language, variable is nothing but it is a container to store any value. For example, if we want to store our grocery products, we store those grocery products in a tin or a container. So here, that tin or the container in programming language is called as variable, where we can store our data based on the data type specified by the user, whether it is going to be an integer data type, whether it is going to be a character data type, whether it is going to be a string data type, any data type, whether it could be a floating point number, any data type has to be stored in this container called as variable. Then comes about the loops. So this is also one of the basic and important concept of programming is the looping statements. Okay, with the help of looping statement, we can reduce the length of the code into different smaller bits. So in programming language Python, we have different variety of loops, that is for loop, while loop, do while loop, for in loop, for off loop, for each loop. So all these loops are categorized based on the condition these particular loops will be used. The major usage of loop is that it reduces the length of code, and based on the requirement, the loop iterates itself and gives the output. And the last is the functions. What is a function? Function is the executive block of code used to perform certain specific tasks. Okay, so in these functions, we have three parts coming into picture. That is function declaration. We have to declare the function, we have to define the function, and we have to call the function. Using these three steps, we can use the functions in our programming language. The major advantage of using function is that once the function is created, it can be repeatedly used. The same function can be used and called n number of times. So what happened? The same advantage of having functions is that it reduces the length of code into smaller bits like blocks, and the code can be divided into blocks, and one by one each block can be executed. If I want to create a program on simple calculator, I can create a function to add, another function to subtract, another function to multiply, another function to divide. These block of codes wherein my function add, subtract, multiply, divide, all are coming into picture, and then solving each by using the user input, we can add the two numbers, we can subtract the two numbers, the same add function is called. So what happened? Bit by bit, block by block, we are reducing the length of code and into blocks we are executing. So these are the fundamental concepts which are used in Python programming language. Explore the core concepts that form the foundation for using. So these are the core concepts which are used in EduBlock. Okay, so now in the subsequent session, we will come to know how do we use the EduBlock to create a simple chatbot. What all the things the EduBlock, the core concepts the EduBlock uses is also will be explained. Then what are the features of EduBlocks? The first feature coming into picture is block-based interface. That is, it provides graphical drag and drop interface. That is, you can just drop and drag the block, drop the block into the particular position based on the logic of the program. Okay, and these particular blocks can rearrange, they can be arranged one by one to create a program. Each block represents a specific programming concept. Okay, if you're using any looping concept, if you're using any for loop, so it will use the for loop concept. If you want to declare anything, it will use a variable. It will use a data type. So for declaring purpose, you will use a variable, you will use a data type. You will initialize, you will use a variable as A, B, C. If you want to use if you want to define any function, you will use a function block. So each and every block in the edu blocks have, in order to create a program, have their specific programming concept induced in it, such like loops. If you want any conditional statement is also one of the core concept of Python, where we use the conditional statements like if statement, else statement, if else if statement, if elif ladder, all these, when we want, if there is any condition to be fulfilled, we can use this conditional statement. So if any condition is asked in the program, we can use this conditional block. So our edu block main feature is it is block-based interface. That is, in order to create a program or build a program, we have to only drag and drop each block based on its use, based on its usability and utility, and we just drag it and drop to create our respective program. So that is the one basic feature about EduBlocks. The next feature about EduBlocks is visual feedback. As user, as with the user start assembling, that is start drag and dropping the blocks to create a program, subsequently at the right side of the screen of EduBlocks, you will be getting the feedback. In the sense, the same program will be getting pasted there or getting created itself. So that is one of the visual that is giving you feedback whether you're writing the program correct. As you start dragging and dropping the block, automatically your visual feedback gets created. So with that, the user will get to know whether he or she is dragging the correct block in order to create the program or no. So this is one of the major feature of EduBlock. That is, it gives you the feedback. The next feature is it supports multiple languages. That is, EduBlock supports multiple languages like Python, JavaScript. JavaScript is the higher level language of Java, which enables the users to transition smoothly, okay, to transfer or transit themselves smoothly between different languages as they progress in the coding journey. Okay, so EduBlocks not only supports Python, it also supports other languages like JavaScript too. The next feature is customizable environment. So EduBlock offers a customizable environment where user can adjust any settings, themes, preferences to suit their preferences and learning needs. That is, it is very flexible. Now, for example, in EduBlock, we have so many blocks available at the right side. In the subsequent class, we will show you how the each block work. So here, if if a user wants to create any graphics, Turtle library will be available. So this is one of the major feature. Turtle feature it is providing where you can draw your graphics. Now, for example, you can draw certain geometrical figures like square, pentagon, hexagon, heptagon. In that, you can give the own features, like you can give a background color, you can choose the pen color, okay, you can choose anything, whatever you want. You can choose the color inside the figure, background of the figure. All these features, customizable features, which in order to make your figure more attractive, EduBlock provide such customizable environment. The next feature coming into picture is supportive environment. That is, EduBlock is a powerful educational tool which helps the learners to explore their programming skill. Okay, so here this is a platform where a new learner or experienced learner or a child can explore their programming quality and try to build up new innovations using EduBlocks. Then what are the applications where EduBlock can be used? So the first application is computer science education. That is, it is used in the field, in the course of computer science at high school or at college level. Okay, so EduBlock is used as an application there for as a teaching. Okay, in terms of block coding, EduBlocks is used. Okay, and also it also helps students understand the coding syntax, the logic, the algorithms, okay, which are necessary to build the programming. The next application is special education. EduBlock is also used in special education, that is to provide inclusive and accessible learning opportunities. That is very easier way to easier learning opportunities the student can grasp or in terms of learning needs and abilities. It also provides visual programming interface and also customizable features. As I've explained you, customizable features are nothing but through block coding, he or she can develop a very attractive figure by using Turtle library. So those features are provided in EduBlock. And also it makes an effective tool for accommodating different learning styles. Okay, you can have different learning styles in it. Okay, different styles can be used in EduBlocks. The next one is online learning platform. EduBlock is integrated, that is added up with online learning platforms like educational websites, to provide interactive coding to okay, educational websites are nothing but these websites provide coding tutorials, coding challenges, project-based learning experiences. Apart from that, it also enables the learner to access coding resources and develop those coding resources easily so that they self-direct themselves in learning and exploring the new ideas. The next application is special education. EduBlock is used in special education programs so that they can easily learn the opportunities, whatever is available, learn the features, explore them in such a way that whatever is explored is being utilized, okay, by programming interface and whatever features are available. Then what are the challenges and solutions? Identify faced when using EduBlocks in, okay, so what are the challenges faced when he or she is using EduBlocks in Python, okay, and discover effective solutions. Learn how to overcome common obstacle are nothing but difficulties, and try to optimize the learning experience. And also try to find out the problems and the solutions for it is the best practice. Empowering the learners. So EduBlocks empower the learners, the one who wants to learn coding, with the key concept of knowledge and skills. Okay, and EduBlock also builds effectively built in Python. That is, that it explores the strategies and also foster creativity, problem solving, critical thinking, that is high level thinking, through EduBlocks based programming activities. So the learners who use EduBlock to encode themselves or to learn the process of coding, they can foster creativity, they can think in a different way, they can use their logic to build different programs based on the requirement. Examine the educational impact. What is the impact of the EduBlocks in Python? Is that it understands how to enhance students, how to engage students in coding, how they can collaborate with learning, and how they can deeply understand by the program by using the block. Okay, so this is the impact. So what is the, it is going to give a positive impact, making students to understand, children to understand the block coding. Okay, and they also, deep learning also takes place where the student can recreate his ideas, his logic to create different beautiful programs. Future possibilities. Envision the future possibilities of EduBlocks, Python, and its potential for advancing programming education. That is, in future, what would be the possibility of using EduBlock with Python is that it increases the programming education, it increases the creativity of the child, it increases the thinking power of the child, it fosters good education, good coding level skills, etc. This could be the future possibilities of using EduBlocks. So the conclusion is that EduBlocks in Python offers a good approach of programming. It is user friendly. It is open source. Okay, anyone can unlock world of possibilities. Okay, it unlocks the world of possibilities to the learners, and it also embraces the power of EduBlocks and unleash the potential of Python programming. That is, it also builds up the potential of the Python programming. So now let's start coding. Let's start building up a chatbot using EduBlocks. So this is the particular website of EduBlocks. This is the first page of EduBlocks wherein I'm going to start coding. So to start coding, let's click on the Start Coding button. So let's create a new project. As we are creating the project in Python, we have to create the project and click on Python 3 and give the name of the project as Chatbot. And create it. So as you can see, this is the first page, or this is the screen where I can start coding. So before I start coding, I would like to explain you at the left side of my page, I can see so many features. These are all the features of EduBlocks as we have discussed. What are variables? So the import consists of libraries into picture. Okay, import time, import math library functions, random library function, Pygel library functions, turtle library which is used to draw graphics, etc. Then we have variables here. In order to use any variable, we need to create the variable here. Then we have the statements, print statement, input statement, time statement, converting string into input integer, integer into string, converting statements also available. Then we also have text statements. We have math functions. We have logical statements coming into picture, that is conditional, if else if. Then we have lists coming into picture. Then we have loops, while loop, for loop, okay, break statement, etc. Then we have definitions. Function, to define a function, we have function definition, the class name, etc. Then we have turtle library. If we use turtle library to draw any graphics, these are the another functionality which we have to use. That is screen functionality, turtle to turn forward, backward, right, left, etc. Then we have graphs. Then we have random functions and request. So now let's start coding. In order to start coding, first we have to have, there is a block with start code here. And on the right side, you can see this is the visual feedback. As we have discussed, what is a visual feedback? It tries to give you the code. It gives a feedback for the user. So now let's start with a print statement. So I'm going to print here. Hello, my name is Jack. I am your personal chatbot. So this is my first sentence. So as you can see in the visual feedback, the first sentence is printed. So, hello, my name is Jack. I am your personal assistant chatbot. That is your assistant. Then I want to create a variable name. So I'm going to place the variable, and in that I'm going to input some statement saying it is asking the user what is his or her name. You can see the visual feedback at the right side. Then I'm going to use the print statement. Print the name. Again, I'm going to use the print statement to print. Oh, what a nice name. So this is the reply from the chatbot. Then I'm going to create a new variable named age. I'm going to place it here. And there's a question again asked by my chatbot. How old are you? So this is the question my chatbot is asking me, that how old am I? Then again, I'm going to print a statement. Just drag and drop it here, saying, oh, that's cool. I am a minute older as I was created by you. Then I have to have another variable with a question one. So I'm going to take it and from the variables and drag and drop it. Now I have to input a statement. So I'm going to go to my statement, select input and just drag and drop it here, saying, what do you do at your free time? This is the question asked by my chatbot. And one more question. So I'm going to create another variable as Q2. Just drag the Q2 variable and place it here. And then go to statements, click on input and drag and drop it here. So again, this is the reply from our chatbot. Oh, great. Do you want to know what I do in my free time? So now we're going to put the conditions. If I want to check whether I want to get a reply from my chatbot, yes, I want to know what he or she does. If I'm not interested, so if statement comes into picture. So to get my conditional statement, I'm going to go to logic, click on if, just drag it and drop it here. And then I'm going to go to logic, I'm going to place this functionality here, wherein I'm going to drop my question to variable here, and I'm going to print something saying yes. If I'm interested to get the answer from him, that I'm interested to know what my chatbot does at free time, I'm going to print the statement here again saying I play video games. If I'm not interested, I'm going to again use if block from the logic and paste it here. Again, I'm going to use a print statement, and I'm also going to place my this functionality here with the same variable into picture. Just a minute, I'll just type it up and place it here and saying no, not interested. Saying the reply what I get from a chatbot is okay, see ya, catch you later. Bye, catch you later. So as you can see, as I've dragged and dropped my blocks here, edit blocks, you can see the visual feedback at the right side. So now let us run the code. So it is asking me my name. As my name, I will type Selena. It says the reply what I got from my chatbot is, oh, what's a nice name. It is asking me again my age. So I am 20 years old. It says, oh, that's cool. So it says that I am a minute older as I was created by you. Then it's asking me, what do I do at free time? So I say, I read books. So what is the conversation? Oh, great. Do you want to know what I do? See, if I reply yes, it will print me the condition statement in the print that is, I play video games. So this is nothing but a chatbot where a human conversation is being taking place in the output. So now, if I stop and rerun the code, the same I'm going to reply, Selena, I'm 20 years old, free time I read books, and then if I say no, it will say, okay, see ya, bye, catch you later. So this is all about your EduBlocks and how did we create a chatbot using EduBlocks in Python. So this is the end of the session. Thank you.